I think also the other factor, is for some of our investors who are, who want Sharia compliance. When you look at the alternative there, I think
even scarier.
It's terrifying. I mean, the MSCI is 20% weighted to tech, whereas a lot of Sharia funds are something like 40 to 50%. And you sort of think that, if you're an investor, who really needs to be very careful with your investments.
Well, if you're saving for your pension.
If you're saving for your pension, exactly. You really don't want to be taking that level of risk. I would be, very, very afraid.
Yeah. I mean, if some of these indices have single names that are 10% or more, so you think you're buying the MSCI World and it's diversified, or the FTSE World, and actually you're making
10% in NVIDIA.
Yeah, and like 50% in 5 names. And
I mean, it reminds me of Woodford, to be honest.
Yeah, I think there's a scandal waiting to happen here. I think it's going to be really, really bad if you own something like that. And tech names go down. People's like, oh, that's never going to happen. It's happened every few years in history. Yeah. It's like, it's not.
This time is different.
This time is not different.
But also, even if it is different, even if the outcome is different, that doesn't mean to say that you should take the risk.
Yeah, one of my favorite quotes from Joel Greenblatt is that just because you can walk through a dynamite factory with a lit match and survive to tell the story does not mean that you're not an idiot. So, I mean, I don't see a world where, maybe I'm wrong on this, but I don't see a world where you don't lose a lot of money owning the S&P 500 at some point in the next few years. And I think if you own, especially some of these Sharia funds, because they're even heavier in tech, the downside is very scary. And 50% would be not within the realm of possibility, but on the likely side of possibility.
But I guess also for a lot of smaller Sharia clients, they may not have the same offerings as a regular investor would in terms of bond funds and fixed income. Where sort of your average.
Certainly in the UK, I think it's more limited.
In the UK, your average client might have 30% bond funds and 70% equities. But I sort of really worry about what a sort of Sharia investor would have.
Absolutely, absolutely.